OrionOlive.com. I'm your host, Scholar. As you know, Orion Olives do not mix, but the abstract thought of putting the two words together has enlightened me to create a channel to talk about diverse topics and diverse things. In today's episode, I just wanted to reflect back on a memory that I just had, and I want to ask the question of when was the last time that you've been to a library? Yes, I mean a library, an actual building that had the books where you can go and check the books out and read the books and maybe use a computer if they had a computer lab there. When was the last time you've been to one? Well, it started off for me, it's been a very, very long time. But I do remember back in the early 2000s, in the late 90s, early 2000s, I remember we had a library built in my hometown. And I remember going up there and doing like annotated bibliographies for high school. And so I had to actually go up there, and in the midst of all that, while I was there, we had to go and we picked a topic in our English class in high school. And we had to go to the library in order to physically find the books that were related to our topic and write an annotated bibliography. And I'm talking about we had the flashcards and all that stuff. And I remember writing our sources out. And you know, with sources, you have to indent the correct way and make sure your sources are all on point and everything. But that class in high school was really interesting compared to what kids have to go through today, because what it allowed me to do was it showed me how to use what they call the Dewey Decimal System, or what they used to have as the Dewey Decimal System in the library. And that's where you would have to go through and you go to this little cabinet thing, and then you walk up to it, and then you kind of thumb through it and find the books by the author's name and title and stuff of that nature. So the librarian, there was always one there who knew exactly where all the books were. But the interesting fact of how you could just go through and just kind of thumb through and find the books and figure out what row it was on, what shelf it was on, and you go to that location to hope that book or piece of literature was there. And I was thinking about that just driving, because now with some of the graduate courses that I'm taking, you can, of course, right now in 2021 do all that online. So it don't even require people to really leave their house. And so it's interesting how the way that technology has changed so much. And for people who are not necessarily very good at technology, they do know how to use simply Google. And so if you basically just Google the author's name, the books come and show up in the search results across different sites. So you could be looking at, you know, a library, a portion of a book or an abstract portion of a book that you can read that may be hosted on one of the servers or computers for, you know, from another college across the other side of the world. And you can read and download that file. You can download your books through any of the bookstores online, whether you're getting them through like an online bookstore, or if you're getting them from Amazon or buying them from a third party. But the comparison between the two is that those of us out there who experience what the going to the library and actually sitting down and actually having to read through the book and then paraphrase it right then and there, it was almost like an inconvenience to people. But to us in that time, it wasn't an inconvenience, because that was the way that things were done. But right now, it could be a very big inconvenience to the younger generation if they are going into doing a report for school. They can do a report from school from within their cell phone, so they don't even have to leave their room. They could be driving the car on their way into vacation and using this little piece of technology in their hand called a mobile phone in order to look up and research topics and stuff. So the takeaway with that is we've gotten so ingrained in technology, and it's the way that younger kids and even babies right now are learning to just, move stuff by the swipe of their finger to swipe pages. So as they're swiping pages on their mobile device, it doesn't require the energy to even get up and go to the library to read a book. Now, I still read a lot of books. I still read a lot of physical books. I like to actually get the book, read it, and then from that point, I like to figure out, okay, hey, this is more what I like. So the moral of the story, this and all that, and the takeaway is sometimes if those of you out there that had kids, take them to the library sometime and show them what things were and what things are right now, because they may enjoy reading books. So I'll leave that to you all, and you all have a great day.